Liverpool finally regained top spot at the Premier League. Arsenal win at the Big Six and at Old Trafford after 14 years. Gareth Bale returns with a vengeance for Tottenham, giving them the win. What's up and welcome back again to All Balls, the show that keeps you updated with all the Premier League action and fantasy football tips. Guys, I'm Rohan Manglani and with me is, as usual, Rahul Bell. Now, I'm extremely excited to be back. I'm very happy to be back. Rahul Bell, are you happy to be back?
No.
We are going to talk about Manchester United versus Arsenal as the first game.
Of course
Rahul,
we are.
well, give me your thoughts and give me that sweet little Pogba.
First time did you miss me?
I missed you.
Of course you did, no?
missed
Because
you.
we're coming back
I missed
on...
the show. I missed everybody over here. It was unfortunate that we couldn't be with you, but we are back now. We're very happy.
Very happy because what
Yeah.
a time you
and
come
what
back
timing? What timing?
1-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Start.
No, very, very average game, to be honest. According to me, very average game. Nothing for Arsenal fans to get too excited about, apart from the fact that it's a Thomas Partey party.
That's the very reason I've held this in my hand.
Thomas Partey party. Yeah. But okay, the party started at OT.
You won once in 14 years. Relax.
So what?
You've come off 2-1-0 losses.
That's football. That's football. It happens.
Oh my
There
God,
are
last week
times.
it was Arteta. I want to kill him. I hate him. Now suddenly Potter.
Nobody knows because that episode never came out. But anyway.
That's fine. But I still heard you, right? I am proof.
Yeah.
But okay, whatever said and done, you should be happy Aubameyang's back in the goals. I mean, his first goal since the opening day at Fulham. I have one question. How was Gabriel still on the field?
Okay, so you're going to cry about something
I'm not
which
going to
happened in
cry.
the 70th
I'm going to
minute,
ask you
and you're
something.
saying, "Mummy, second yellow."
You
Matlab
can
kya
never,
hai?
my mom doesn't have a beard,
No,
but I'm
no,
just
but-
saying that
no, but-
how was he still on the field?
It happens. It's
What
football.
happens?
When you asked me about the Kyle
When-
Walker thing, when
Kyle,
I
when I
told
asked
you
you
no
about-
penalty.
when
When you
I
asked
asked
me
you-
about these things, I told you no penalty at
When
that
I
time.
asked you, wait,
But
I have
these
it
things
on
happen.
camera. When I
These
asked you about
things
Mane.
happen, Rahul Bell.
My God, he's shouting, guys, we need the cops. When Mane touched Tierney in the face, you said, oh my God, penalty.
No, I
red
didn't.
card.
You can go back to our episodes and you can see that I said that it's fine. There
Okay,
was no
and what
pen over
about
there.
last time when we were
Now,
talking
I
and you
agree.
argued about the offside goal?
I agree with
Where
you.
was VAR then?
I agree with you that Gabriel did get lucky. I
Yeah.
myself thought it was a second yellow.
Good.
Should have been a second yellow. It's not like Arsenal played fantastic, but yes, positionally we schooled you, and you wanted to
You
know
did
why.
not school us.
Positionally, we did school you. Where
That's
was
great.
the
Okay, wait. How long have you been watching the Premier League for?
very long?
So there is played, won, lost, draw, goals for, goal against, goal difference and points.
Yeah.
Is there another position table there?
No, there is
So-
also ball recoveries, there's tackles.
Is
there's
that in the
distance
Premier League
covered.
table?
There's no, but those stats matter the most when big teams play. Now, I mean, when at least one big team was playing, I don't know about them, but anyway.
Is that in the Premier League table? I'm going to go all Wolverine on you now. Is that in the Premier League table?
Okay, anyway.
I mean,
okay.
I'm just in shock
Let's
because
just cut to Man
our
United.
most expensive player, rather, apparently
said he made a
our
stupid
best
mistake.
Yeah, he's agreed to it, but he's made this mistake in the past, which has cost us.
I think this one stupid mistake takes him to Real Madrid in Jan.
I hope so. I honestly hope so.
But
I mean, it was not, again, like the United Chelsea game. It was not something you could sit there and like at the edge of your seat stuff. No, it was a very. I don't even want to say it was tactical. I mean, both teams were just trying to retain the ball for too long. United, obviously, I've been saying this from the past. Do not play out from the back. They keep trying to play out from the back. They keep losing the ball and they keep giving the opponents a chance to get in. I mean, Pogba, that was just silly. Oba took his chance.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I mean, chances were very few in the entire game.
Okay, just quickly, since we didn't do the pre-game and since, the pre-game also, holds some kind of respect to how Arsenal has come into the game, how United has come into the game. Now, United has come into the game extremely confident. Arsenal has come into the game. As a fan, I was thinking that, oh man, I really don't want to play United at this point of time. Exactly, because y'all were getting the goals and we don't have a number 10. Which is why we are not able to create. Now, if you see our defensive record, it is like probably, we've conceded the least goals in the Premier League so far, but our offensive record is also bad in terms of chances created and in terms of
fourth
goals.
from bottom in terms
Exactly.
of goals scored.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with that. But And this game kind of turned out to be something which, you know, I would think that we got very lucky with the team which Ole put out. Because I feel that, you know, having a Cavani, having a Van de Beek, they would have got their way around. They are, you know, experienced players. Van de Beek is technically brilliant and he has a great mind around Partey and El Neni, because we don't have that. And obviously Lacazette was coming in deep to, you know, help the midfield in this whole situation. So that would have helped. So I think we got lucky because of your team selection.
But I was also surprised that he didn't play Mata.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't play Mata during, you know, the Champions League games.
Yeah.
I assumed that after the performance Mata put in the week before, he would play him. But there was no Mata, which was a surprise. I mean, I was happy there was no Dan James.
Yeah.
But I mean, even otherwise, like, you know, after a point, Van Bissaka again, he looked like the only spark that was coming back to form.
Yeah.
Fred McTominay, yes, full of energy, but then again, you need more quality. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it was a game that had very few chances. Arsenal, of course, got the penalty. I won't say lucky because it was just stupid by Pogba. But then again, you know, those half shouts with the whole Gabriel tackle on Matic and the whole Gabriel tackle on Greenwood, probably, you know, the discussion whether he should have been on the field or not. But I mean, again, it's not something that I'm feeling too bad about because, you know, our form at home has been rubbish.
Yeah.
I've kind of gotten used to the whole United taking you high and then dropping you again. I mean, after those Champions League wins, after, you know, the draw with Chelsea, we were coming off a couple of clean sheets, coming off some confidence with, you know, a 5-0 win. But again, you know, disappointing. And especially losing to an Arsenal team with you sitting in front of me going all bonkers.
No, and
like
an Arsenal team which is not being able to score.
Exactly.
You know, so
I mean,
it's one of those.
You scored 9 goals and conceded 7. That is not something you associate with an Arsenal side.
Absolutely. So I mean, I feel that, but you know, see, I know the condition of the team in terms of the players who are playing, who have been giving a chance, and you know, this is the only way probably for us till December. Coming Jan, maybe we get in a number 10, we then get that number 10 to play or something like that. But I have 2 questions for you just to wrap it up, right? Number 1 is why would he sub Bruno Fernandes and get in Van der Beek?
I think because they probably.
I mean, that's the time you're chasing a goal.
Exactly, which is what I didn't understand.
It
but
was
then
confusing.
Again,
As an Arsenal fan, I was damn happy. I'm like, arey, you know, it's like there was something in that.
I mean, I understand that because Bruno's been playing all the games.
Second question is that Ole's been at the club now for almost 2 years, and you know, there have been ups, there have been downs, there have been ups, there have been downs, and eventually you want a manager that will make you consistent. When a team is poor in terms of scoring goals like an Arsenal team at the moment, which it's probably a mid-table team, you know, still at the moment. And no, but it is the way we are playing. It's not like we are creating maximum chances or anything. But cut to that. Is what I'm trying to ask you is that how long will you guys be Ole in, or is it now that Ole is out?
I was in favor. I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance. But it's slowly fading away. Especially seeing Mauricio Pochettino coming on these, you know, shows.
He's back
and
at
talking.
Monday Night Football.
He's back. So, I mean, that also is now probably playing on a United fan's head, my head probably.
Yeah.
That you would want a Pochettino, someone who's more tactically sound, someone who's been there, done that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, it's the management's call. And one question for you before we wrap this up: how long are you going to give me shit for this in the coming weeks?
That's it. It's
are
over.
you sure?
It's the game is done. It's over. We got the 3 points.
Can I put this back?
I just want to say one thing, that you know, if you have anything in your mind saying that, you know, when we come to the Emirates we'll beat you or anything like that, forget it. Because this year it's not happening. We are ready.
We're getting violent.
We're going to welcome you.
We're getting violent. Cut it.
We're going to Wolves versus Crystal Palace, 2-0 at the Molineux, Raul.
Wolves are back.
Consistency?
Yes, consistency. I mean, aggression, the good football that Wolves used to play. I mean, they're introducing new players in their team with Kilman coming in, doing a good job. Ryan Aït-Nouri, I mean, the youngest Frenchman, 17 years old, scoring on debut. What a game he had.
Yeah.
Whoever played on that side, you know, he was great defensively. He was good going forward. Nelson Semedo has fit in to the Portuguese national side very well.
Yeah.
I mean, though Jimenez didn't get on the score sheet.
Semedo had a great game. Yeah.
Semedo had a great game. Podence, you know, had a great game.
Yeah.
He got his goal. Pedro Neto had a great game. So I think overall, Wolves just dominated that game.
And they're such a young squad.
Yeah, and again, like I've said before, Zaha was kept quiet. Crystal Palace was done. Hodgson was on his bench.
Yeah, do that for us.
But I mean, it was just like, I've said this again and again. Players like, you know, Townsend, they slurp, they will fade out.
Yes.
Zaha cannot do everything on his own. Batshuayi had a goal disallowed correctly. Milivojevic, I think finally VAR got something right, with the red card. That was a clear red card, though he seemed disappointed, but nobody gives a shit what he feels. But I'm just saying, Wolves looked good, they looked solid, and they looked like a side, who was confident after those wins that they had to grind out.
Yeah.
And now they looked comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just...
They look
because
like they all know each other better now.
yeah, I mean, they know.
over
Yeah,
a
I
period
mean,
of time.
the Portuguese side is settling, so hopefully more good stuff to come from them in the future. So the other side of Manchester, winning 1-0 away from home at Sheffield, comfortable game.
Comfortable.
I mean, I don't even want to say City is back because they just seemed in cruise control from the first minute.
And City are not back as such.
I mean,
I
they
think
had their ups and downs in the
Yeah.
middle, but this game just seemed, very comfortable for them. I mean, not, a big margin for victory. Just one, long-range effort from Kyle Walker,
Yeah.
which happens to be the goal he scored on his 100th
100,
appearance.
yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, there wasn't too much to talk, about the game. Sheffield just
That's
one
why
shot
I'm
on
saying
target.
that there's you're right. There's nothing much to talk in this game, but there was a stat which I saw that ever since Pep Guardiola has come into Man City, they've been scoring 2.2 to 2.8 goals in the seasons which he's been there. So far in this season, they've been averaging 1.57
That's
goals.
also because he doesn't have a proper number
Number
9.
9. Exactly
So,
that.
I mean, there's no Aguero, there's no Jesus. So,
Yes.
they didn't have KDB for a couple of games. So, I mean, they'll get there. I'm sure they'll get there. But again, that is, attacking. At the back,
I'm
Ruben
not
Dias.
entirely convinced that this Man City team will be like they've gotten reinforcements and they have. I mean, Ruben Dias has done phenomenally well
He's
in
conceded
defense.
3 goals in 6 games.
Exactly. So I get that what he's done, right? But somehow it just feels that a lot of people are now familiar with this Man City team.
I just
in
feel
the
you
sense
give
that
Torres
how
some
they-
time because if you saw the game, closely, Torres' positioning for not being a number 9 but playing as a number 9 in the
False, yeah.
box was very good.
Correct.
So, he probably when KDB and Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Mahrez are in full swing, that side would be different. But then again, a 1-0 victory, they've got 3 points away from home.
I think it's a good
without
test
putting an effort.
for Pep's Man
Probably
City
his
this
squad
year,
depth
yeah.
again will be tested. So I mean, Sheffield need to buck up. Not much they could have done about City, but City aren't back, but they won.
Burnley versus Chelsea, 3-0 for Chelsea at the Turf Moor.
I mean, clean sheet. Thiago Silva, clean sheet. The calmness that man brings at the back. I mean, of course, you can't doubt Chelsea scoring goals. I mean, they've spent the money, they bought world-class players. Ziyech has got 2 goals in 2 starts. Werner's
Surprising.
back.
Actually, I have to tell you this, that in all these guys coming in, I thought Ziyech will take the maximum time to settle down, and I was so wrong because he's actually come
I mean, he
in
looks
2
very
games.
lightweight and, for the Premier League and stuff, but he did his
one
bit.
thing,
I mean,
just seeing him and his movement and, even the way he takes his shots he's so smart in the head. I mean, I was really impressed with Ziyech, and I think he's going to be one of their main threats.
probably,
this entire...
like I've said, they're attacking, they've spent money, they have enough quality over there. It was the defensive woes that Chelsea had with Mendy coming in. I mean, with his current teammate, with Peter Cech being there,
Yeah.
he's the only other keeper to keep 5 clean sheets.
Correct.
In his first 5 games.
Yeah.
So Mendy brings that calmness compared to Kepa.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva is there, which is another calming influence on someone like a Kurt Zuma. Chilwell and James, I mean, they're having great games. Zuma's got 3 goals now in the Premier League already, and this one was, towering header.
Towering. Yeah.
So they scored good quality goals. They played some good quality football. Kai Havertz, as usual, was great on the ball, off the ball, positioning. So it just Chelsea didn't miss a Pulisic or Chelsea didn't miss a Mason Mount starting that game or whatever it is. They didn't miss any attacking player because they have enough reinforcements for players who are injured.
Yeah, and we don't need to mention it, but Kante does what Kante does, and he was just so good
He's
again.
a workhorse. I mean,
Yeah.
he just does not stop running. I think he is important for that side. So I mean, Chelsea comfortable win, looking good. Werner back on the score sheet.
Yeah.
And my Golden Boot prediction now. I mean, I'm going by it again, like Werner for the Golden Boot.
Well, I think that's still going to be a tight one, but I mean, I hope not.
He's
but
winning it.
Okay, but quickly on Burnley.
I mean, Burnley, they've not done too much the entire league. Your Chris Wood.
I was just
Yeah,
going to
I
say
mean,
that I was
Chris
just
Wood,
I
big-
was looking out
big
for him
New Zealander
at
is not-
at every instance in the game. I was
They
looking
were
out for him. Come on,
they were
Chris Wood.
outplayed like they have most of this
Yeah.
season. So I think there's a lot for that Burnley team to figure out.
Yeah.
Hopefully a better performance, like the other clubs who are now putting in the lower clubs, like Fulham has come out with
Yeah.
a win. Burnley need to do something to get that. But yeah, otherwise they're going to stay there.
Chelsea just too good for them.
They're just class apart.
Yeah.
So moving to Anfield, Liverpool equaling, their longest home unbeaten record for the club.
That's fantastic.
They've turned around another 1-0. They did it against Sheffield. They've done it again. Nathaniel Phillips at centre back. Do you think not having an Antonio made a difference?
Of course, to an extent. But you can't take away anything what Liverpool, did and won the game, because a lot of people, including myself, have, always been questioning the fact that when there are important players out for Liverpool, will they come through? And, this is the games like these make me feel that, Liverpool will actually go on and win the title, because they have the people who are coming in. Nathaniel Phillips played. He played.
No Van Dijk, no Fabinho, and
exactly.
he steps in. Those are not small shoes to step into.
Yeah, and obviously Jota, the genius of Jota coming in, and what a through ball.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
It was not Jota. It was that Shaqiri through ball. It was sublime.
It was sublime.
Like, it was one of those moments where, you're like, what?
And it's not like they got the goal however, they got the goal playing amazing football.
They made that, and that ball was, he had a goal before that which was disallowed.
Yeah.
And that ball was just, it was exquisite.
Yeah. And
the finish, you don't doubt a Diego Jota to put that in. But Liverpool are suddenly, not suddenly, but now they're slowly coming back into their element.
Yes.
They're playing good
and
football.
They're doing it.
They're getting the goals.
They're getting the goals.
They're grinding the wins out. It's not like the last season, where it was an easy 3-0 or a 4-0. It's...
And despite, obviously West Ham didn't have Antonio, and who's been involved in the maximum goals
after
Harry Kane. However, there's taking no credit from this entire West Ham team. They've been extremely resilient the entire since maybe the third or fourth game of this season.
And they've had good results.
They've had great results. So you can't take credit away from Liverpool. They've done fantastic, and as and when their players come, Thiago comes back. Obviously, Van Dijk comes back hopefully sometime in this season. And you'll just see them and do. It's very difficult for a team to match the level which Liverpool are at the moment.
But one major concern for Liverpool will still be the lack of clean sheets.
Well, I don't think.
I know it's that kind of season, but you still want those clean sheets under your belt after having lost your best defender.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think that Klopp really focuses on clean sheets too much, because he knows. He's one of those guys who's attack, and he wants to just outscore. I don't think he really gives a shit whether they keep a clean sheet or they don't.
I know 2-1 is outscoring the opponent, but these are narrow wins.
Yeah.
Like West Ham, probably if they had an Antonio, it would have been a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
So, just some things for, Klopp to think about, for Liverpool fans to think about. One of them sitting here not agreeing with the fact that Liverpool probably got lucky with no Antonio on the field. But, yes, they're coming back. Yes, they're on the top of the table. Mo Salah, you don't even, need to mention it, because it'll probably be a week after week thing that, Mo Salah's on the score sheet, Mo Salah's on the score sheet.
We will discuss it in the pre-game for next week, but what a cracker we have coming up with Liverpool and Man City.
Lots of smiles behind the camera post that game.
Aston Villa 3, Southampton 4 at Villa Park. Rahul, how did that game unfold?
That was quite a mad game actually. Southampton had 4 goals of high quality. That Vestergaard header was a bullet. Danny Ings, his shot was unstoppable, and those 2 Ward-Prowse free kicks. Birthday boy on fire.
On fire.
But again, I bring out the point of teams coming back. They were 4-0 up, and the game ended 4-3. Villa suddenly came to life, but I think Southampton had done enough. But again, Aston Villa, Jack Grealish.
They've been creating a lot of chances. They are aggressive.
They had their blip in the middle, with the loss to Leeds. But
so much better since last season.
They were fighting relegation last season. But then again, I think going 4-0 down and coming back, not only at halftime, but little after halftime is a tough thing to do, especially after those Ward-Prowse free kicks. That man is just... I've seen him do it against United as well. He is just terrific on a dead ball.
Just to talk about Ward-Prowse, he's scored the maximum free kicks in the Premier League since 2016-2017, breaking Matt Le Tessier's record.
I mean, I
basically.
don't doubt it because he is
Captain of
just,
Southampton, great player. I've always thought now, and whenever I've played FIFA in my career mode, I've always bought him because he's that budget price player who's phenomenal in midfield. But I really love him. But I still feel that maybe next season he'll go to a bigger club. I don't know. It just somehow.
so basically he's not going to Arsenal.
but
no, I mean he's
quality, pure quality.
Yeah, he's pure quality. Just on that dead ball. I mean, he's probably one of the top 3 set piece, takers off in the Premier League. I mean, if there's a set piece, I would want a Ward-Prowse on it. Not only to score, but even to cross those in, to put in the free kicks for
Absolutely.
headers. I mean, he's just brilliant.
Yeah.
And then moving to Aston Villa, I mean, Jack Grealish going nuts after going 4-0 down. I mean, he gets 2 assists, he gets his goal.
Yeah.
Tywin Mings getting that header in. Watkins getting the penalty. Jack Grealish scoring, the goal towards the end.
Yeah.
But what happened to Martinez?
Emiliano, what do you say, man?
He's conceded 4 goals. I mean, a couple of weeks back, he had just conceded 2.
Well, what can you say?
Conceded 4 in one game. No, but I feel bad
it's-
for him.
yeah.
Honestly, any goalkeeper, I don't think would have been stopping any of those goals.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for Martinez. Don't. Not ex-Arsenal player. But yeah, I mean, Southampton is catching form.
Yeah.
Villa is, I won't say dipping in form, but they're not getting the
No,
results.
Villa is, I mean, they've been, by the end of the game,
Yeah,
they had
like,
19
I wouldn't
shots.
want to play them.
19 shots by the end of the game, 10 on target. We are playing, Arsenal plays Villa next week. I am, it's going to be tough. I definitely think so. But well done
You're
to
going to be lifting those cones then.
well done to Southampton.
Newcastle versus Everton at St. James's Park. Now, a few weeks ago, we spoke about Newcastle having 3 goals in some 3 shots or 4 shots. I'm not sure how many. In this game, Everton had 4 shots on target. Newcastle had 4 shots. And they had 2 goals. Now, Wilson, while, I feel that, okay, he'll stop scoring, has not stopped scoring. So, I'm not sure whether he's a great striker or he's just lucky. But Everton just seems off last 2 games. I mean, they didn't have James Rodriguez, which means, the supply had stopped for some reason.
Yeah.
There was no creativity.
The creativity, yeah.
Dominic got his goal. I
Yeah.
mean, difficult to keep him
Richarlison,
off the
yeah.
score sheet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, we were talking about Everton, making their place at the top of the table, having that Leicester vibe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, last 2 weeks, it's just dropped.
Yeah.
Ancelotti, like, I do not doubt Ancelotti. I'm sure he will come up with a plan, to come back from this. But I'm just saying, to play a team like Newcastle, who's, not been very attacking, they've been very accurate because they have a few shots and they get their goals in those few shots. But I just don't think Everton was, up to the mark in terms of the reputation they have created for themselves.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean,
No,
Callum
and
Wilson
that's
got
what
his goal.
you see. If this was last season's Everton, we would be like, it's okay and stuff like that. But the standard they themselves have now created for themselves, for them to put in a performance like this against a Newcastle, which you would think that this should be an easy peasy win for them. I mean, it is quite, and that's why this season in the Premier League, anything is is possible, anything is happening. And they were a bit unlucky because they don't have a few of their key players.
Yeah, but for Newcastle, I mean, their best players are Wilson and Dalot.
Yeah.
I mean, their keeper and their striker. So there's nothing in the middle, there's nothing to talk about in the middle. So teams like Everton with an Andre Gomez, an Alan, a Doucouré should be able to exploit this weakness. But unfortunately, they couldn't. Wilson got his goals and Newcastle got the points. And Everton, I mean, I'm feeling bad actually to see them go down like that, but I'm sure Ancelotti will come up with something.
Definitely.
Hopefully he will once James is back.
And it's, we just have to touch on this for a second, but it is so sad to see a player like Pickford not playing because of, receiving certain threats and stuff like that. Now, football is competitive, but we don't like to see, anything
Absolutely.
like this happen. Football, it does come down when you play derby games. It is all or nothing. It is everything or nothing. But this sort of a situation should be absolutely avoided. Like, I don't think that I would have, so much fun enjoying the sport or the game, or you would not, without rival fans. And that the whole thing which makes this game so great and makes the Premier
it's
League so
quite
great.
sad. Like, we mentioned, like Van Dijk's injury, yes, part of the game.
Yeah.
It happens. Yes, a rash tackle, no doubt.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't come down to this.
Yeah.
So hopefully, that gets resolved. You see
Yeah.
Jordan Pickford back on the field. Or if
Hopefully.
not even back on the field, but
For
just,
him.
just calm and in a good mental state to play and keep all these threats,
Yes.
aside. So, yeah, hopefully that'll end soon.
We
and
should
we'll see
pray for
Pickford
him
back.
and we hope that he's back soon. Tottenham versus Brighton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. After 7 years and 166 days, Gareth Bale returns and makes Tottenham win the game
And upsets Raul Bale.
and upsets Raul Bale. Yeah, but
Great moment for him. Mourinho took a shot, in his post-match where he said, if I get some time, I will go on to Real Madrid's website and see what they have to say. But good header, good service,
I
good
think
header.
great header, but
Yeah,
what an assist by Serge Reguilon.
Great ball, wrong foot. But
Yeah.
then again, you expected Spurs to win that game. They went 1-0 up. Again, VAR comes in, the penalty by Harry Kane. Okay, speaking of Harry Kane, he's been involved in 14 goals. 6 goals, 8 assists in his last 7 games. Top 5 flights of Europe, he is, on top over there. England's number 1 and stuff. But as a striker, I still want him to score more goals. Son is getting most of the goals. Son did not get a goal here. They needed a Gareth Bale to come off the bench and score. Again, they're grinding out the wins. I'm not sure if Jose will be happy or not by the goal they conceded. Now, Tariq Lamptey being a right back, to finish from inside the box with
What a
that
goal
much
that
ease.
was.
It was a great finish, no doubt.
Fantastic.
All credit to him.
Yeah.
But just to see Tottenham fall like that defensively will irritate Jose for someone, who backs himself heavily on being a very strong defensive side.
Correct.
So while he has the attackers, while he has the attackers on the bench, he has Lamela, he has Bergwijn, he has Lucas Moura, he has Bale, he has all these attacking players. Defensively, I think Spurs need to start keeping more clean sheets, which will then probably give them the momentum. I know they're high up on the table, I know they're doing well, but again, like I said, Jose would want more clean sheets, would want a more impressive performance. I don't think Spurs were very good. I think Spurs were average. They just had better quality, which is why they got, over the line. But then again, Brighton, we just keep saying this about them, that they play well, but they don't get the results. Brighton's not playing badly. Brighton's playing good football.
I think since the first game
Exactly.
of the league, yeah.
They're just not getting the results. So they need to, grind out a way, figure out a way to get those results. Then, because good football is not going to get you to the top of the table.
Yeah. What was interesting to watch was actually Gareth Bale's positioning, and where he was playing like almost as the center striker and Kane dropping a little bit back. So, let's see that how, Spurs can take this on and take Gareth Bale with them. Now, are Spurs a secret title contender, all or nothing, the Gareth Bale addition?
No, they probably are. I'm not saying they have a bad side. They have a great manager. As much as I hate him, I think he's tactically very sound. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to beat big teams. But again, it's too early in the season. And what I'm waiting for is the North London derby. For the worst team in North London to play.
In current, they'll cream us. I really shouldn't be saying
they'll school you.
Yeah, you never
They
know.
will school you.
You never know.
School United
They are the
defenders.
Artekers, so you never know. Fulham versus West Brom at Craven Cottage, 2-0 to the Cottagers.
Oh God, you have to stop saying that.
I'm sorry.
No, but they get their first win. They have a clean sheet. Reed and Aina with the goals. West Brom didn't look a side, that wanted to score, wanted to play rather. They were just disinterested.
Are they going down, down, down?
Again, it's too early. While I like Bilic, but I like Scotty Parker more. So I would rather have a West Brom go down. But then again, these games are just...
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that is true.
Mitrovic got 2 assists. He's supposed to get the goals.
Yeah.
He's getting assists.
But you have to agree that Leeds, looks like the better of these championship teams
wait,
which are coming up.
We'll talk about them
Then,
next.
yeah,
But well done to Fulham. Clean sheet was important.
Well, yeah. Leeds 1, Leicester 4 at Ellen Road. What a game it was. A perfect Monday night game. I have no words.
Your beloved Leeds
Yeah.
has gone down.
They've gone down, but fighting. I have to say
They've gone
fighting.
down fighting. But
Yeah.
then again, Bamford, compare his performance last week
No
to
doubt,
this
the
week.
performance, the levels were really not up to the mark. Leicester went into half time at 2-0. Leeds didn't look anywhere in the first half, but I got to say that they came out and
That was a freak
form-
goal by Dallas.
Yeah.
But then again,
No, but from 45 to like say 60, 65 minutes, they had to go all out and they were sitting on Leicester. Leicester now being the team we know and we know them strongest when they counter attack. That's what Leicester does best. They've got all their players back. Chengiz under in some phenomenal form. Madison, great to see him back.
that
and
was the
play.
whole point which you mentioned where, Leeds was pressing Leicester. Leicester needed that
Outlet.
Madison quality to get to break free
correct.
and just play that ball.
Yeah.
That one touch which he took kind of freed him from the defender, and then he had Cengiz Sunda run in. Great ball to Vardy. I mean, don't doubt Vardy finishing that. Vardy had another chance actually, which I was surprised that he missed. A one-on-one.
Which he
Jamie
tried to chip.
Vardy.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Probably an extra touch.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, he's back in the goals.
No, and look at
He's-
that quality, man.
Yeah,
of
I
Jamie
mean-
Vardy. I mean, so the thing is that at 2-0 now Leeds went all out, and you got that one goal back, and then Leeds were sitting pumping the pressure on Leicester, but then it 1-3 and then 1-4 becomes impossible, and that's what I think Leicester did so well. They were
I
so
think
clinical
the
about
Madison
it.
substitution changed the game.
Changed the game,
I
yeah.
mean, then eventually, you had,
Yeah.
initially Harvey Barnes
Yeah.
got the early goal.
Yeah.
Tielemans got his goal. And Vardy would have just been kind of pissed because he was taken off and then they won the penalty.
Yeah.
Again, Leicester, I mean, what is with them in winning penalties? And then Tielemans slots it home.
Yeah.
Just comfortable. But I feel the turning point in that game was bringing Madison on.
Absolutely.
It just, it
The amount of
helped them.
space he creates, the
Exactly.
amount
It helped them
of
release
play
that
he makes,
pressure.
just too
I think
good.
Mendy had a good game. But yeah, I mean, Mendy, Justin, Thomas, for the youngsters,
Yeah.
the wing backs, they had quite a good game.
Yeah.
But overall, I think.
But Jamie
tactically-
Vardy and his party never ends. Just a stat for you before we end this segment. Jamie Vardy and Harry Kane have played the same number of games. Harry Kane has 149 goals. Jamie Vardy has 110 goals. Harry Kane has 28 assists and Jamie Vardy has 30 assists. Sorry, it's vice versa. But Harry Kane has 30 assists and Jamie Vardy has 28.
He's up there.
Up there.
He's up there with the
Yeah.
likes of Kane.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
how can you doubt him? He won the
But
Golden Boot last
Leicester
season.
take off from
Of
here.
course, I mean.
And
it was-
hopefully Madison starts starting, So
maybe he likes Harvey Barnes in the number 10, but wait and watch.
let's see.
So that's it from another episode of All Balls. Liverpool back on top of the table. Arsenal winning away at United after 14 years.
Thomas Partey, party, Tia. Okay.
Spurs in title contention, Everton dropping to 4th. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Thank you for watching.
Yo, where
Stay
United
safe.
at, bud?
Shut up!